G'day MAAC members. It's my pleasure to introduce two new members to the MAAC board. John Horner for Alberta and Brent Norman for Ottawa. In recent weeks there have been a number of stories and articles and things in local media across the country regarding MAAC and Transport Canada and the relationship between the two. I need to make something really clear. The only individuals that can officially speak on behalf of MAAC are myself and any officer at the association appointed by the board. Recently, the board appointed Pam Lee, our executive director, to the position of communications officer. And we'll be working with her on a communication strategy and plan. Why is that important? Well, we need to ensure that information about MAAC and our partners that gets released to the media is accurate. As an example, a number of these recent stories take a derogatory view towards Transport Canada, and MAAC doesn't have a derogatory view towards Transport Canada. They're our partner, and we're working with them. As far as what happened in February, MAAC is completely accountable and responsible for the loss of our flying freedoms. We did not honor the details and the conditions of the exemption, and as a result, Transport Canada was left with no option but to pull the agreement, and we have to follow Part 9 of the CARS now. That's the truth. Now, what are we doing about that? Well, we've got a great working relationship with Transport Canada, and this week we'll be meeting with them to put in some requests to increase our flying freedoms. Some of the specifics around what we'll be talking about will include registration requirements. We'll also be looking at increasing the ability for supervision of non-advanced pilots. Also, we'll be looking at the RPAS over 400 feet. All things that, and there are other things as well, but I just want to give you an idea of what we'll be talking about this week. So, when are we going to hear anything back on this submission? Well, my hope is that we'll get something by late spring. These processes take time. There's a lot of back and forth and everything else, but first we have to get to the point where we get our requests in. And it's taken time to put all of that together, because the first priority was to get everybody flying, or give everyone the ability to go flying. One of the important services that MAAC provides is we provide guidance so that you can be CAR compliant. If you follow the safety code, the SOC process, and use one of the templates for your club rules, you're CAR compliant. These documents were written with the CARs in mind, so that we know that members who are following these things are going to be compliant with the legal regulations. So that's why some of those things have changed in recent times, and the processes associated with them. It's to ensure that you guys have the guidance to follow federal law, as it were. In coming videos, I'll be talking about governance, how MAAC runs, how you get your ideas into MAAC, what happens if your idea is supported by the MAAC board. Other topics will be insurance, as well as talking about the communications plan. We've got Pam Lee there in that role as communications officer. Now we need to get some ideas around that and what that's going to mean. Well, that's it for this week. So as always, fly safe and have fun.